I have a maker. He formed my heart. Oh.
Hi YouTube, welcome to the Mommy Biz channel, and today we're gonna talk about the stages of labor. I'm gonna use my experience that I've experienced during labor along with what I gained from my Bradley Method classes to talk to you about the stages of labor. And so let's get right into it. It's a lot of material to cover. There's no way I can cover everything just in a short video. So again, I really encourage you to take the Bradley Method childbirthing class. It's available all around the country. And here's the book, the Bradley Method class, student handbook. I took some notes that I'm going to share with you today. So let's start. Let's get right into it. There is the early first stage, late first stage, transition, and second stage of labor. So those are 5. And we're going to start with the early first stage of labor. So the early first stage of labor, your contractions generally last from 45 to 60 seconds, and they're about 10 minutes apart. You get really excited because you think this is it, but it can be that you're going into labor, or it can be false labor. You never know. So when you feel those first few contractions, just walk a lot, which I did. That really helped. After my first few contractions, my early contractions, I probably quite a number of hours, probably 6, 7, 8 hours went by before I actually went into the first stage of labor. So the first stage of labor, you know this is it. Like it involves contractions that last for about 60 seconds, and it lasts 60 seconds, and they are about 5 minutes apart. And this is when you want to get ready to go to the hospital. Contractions feel like menstrual cramps. To me, they feel like menstrual cramps with a combination of really severe diarrhea. so that's what contractions feel like to me. You may still be able to walk and talk even during the contraction. So that's a sign that you're in first stage of labor. And at this point you need a lot of support, because you know this is it. I remember when I was in first stage of labor, I felt like I told my husband, I'm not sure if I can do this, but you need the support and the assurance from your coach that you can do it. Pelvic rocks help during the first stage of labor, and it's basically you go on your hands and knees on the ground and you rock your pelvis back and forth. That really helps at the first stage of labor. Then there is the late first stage of labor. And in the late first stage of labor, you totally feel like giving up. Your contractions are really frequent, lasting for up to 60 seconds. You're no longer talkative, even after the contractions have subsided. You're no longer talkative in the late stage of labor. And you feel overwhelmed and uncomfortable, upset. This is really when you want to use your relaxation techniques, breathing, massages, and so on. This is where you really want to use those relaxation techniques, and just focus on your breathing, focus on relaxing. Tell yourself it's just a contraction, it's gonna be over, I'm gonna get a break, I'm gonna go to another one. How am I doing on time? Okay. And then after the late first stage of labor, there's transition. And transition is the most intense part of labor, but it's also the shortest. It's at this point you really start doubting yourself. You just feel like giving up. I told my husband, I just can't do this. Just take this baby out of me. It's really overwhelming, to say the least. You start to feel confused, scared, nervous. You may start shaking. You feel hot, then cold. I personally vomited during transition. It's just like something takes over you and you just feel totally out of control, and just overwhelmed. And also, the contractions now become more irregular. So it's kind of a part, it's kind of the stage of delivery that you're just not just not yourself. It's like something else takes over you and you're totally, it's like you've been put in a washing machine and it's just spinning and you can't stop it. But it's really, really short, so keep that in mind. Then there's the second stage of labor, which involves pushing. You start to feel calm and determined during the second stage of labor after transition. You know, I just want to get the baby out of me and I'm going to do it. The baby's going to come out of me. This is when you feel the pressure. If your bags of waters haven't broken, it breaks at this point. Remember to push with the peak of the contraction, bear down and push with the peak of the contraction. Wait until you feel the overwhelming need to push. Listen to your body, and also the instruction and guidance from your doula or your midwife or the doctor that's delivering your baby. I know it's a weird feeling when the baby's coming out of you because you feel that pressure, you feel everything just opening. It kind of feels like a huge poop, kind of, but not really. As the baby's coming out and the head comes out, you feel, they call it the ring of fire. You feel that burning sensation, but as soon as you feel that, they tell you to hold it, and then the rest is history. You push your baby out, and that's it. So those are the stages of labor. I know I kind of rushed through them, but I really encourage you to take the Bradley Method birthing class. It really, really helps. They went over a whole lot more. They instructed us on, I know this sounds like an advertisement, but they really, really helped us. I couldn't do it without them. My husband was able to learn ways to help me to relax during labor, and we practiced a lot, and that's why we were really successful to have our baby naturally. If you have any questions, any messages, comments, let me know. And you can go onto my blog, mummylovesme.blogspot.com, to read my baby story. Thank you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.